Hello, and welcome back to Morrowind Mondays with me, Aaron, and Rayloff Iceblade, the Northern Crusader. When we had last left off, we investigated the matter of some rats in a local townswoman's basement. But lo and
I
behold,
haven't seen that before.
it wasn't rats. It was a Velk. So we took care of the whole Velk situation. We got the help from a Velk nectar merchant to go ahead and evacuate the Velk from her back room. Only later to discover a ghost in her house. And it turns out she might be a little psychic, or something like that. So we have carted her off to some other part of the world where she will no longer trouble us. And now we are back at the Fighters Guild, ready for more duties. Let's get to it. We have not yet reported in to our superior officer over here. So let's go ahead and tell him what's up.
My pleasure.
Fotis, Locutius, it's good to see you again. Have you dealt with the ghost in Aurelia Draconis' house? Yeah, I have. I haven't gotten a letter from Aurelia in a few hours, so I assume you've done it. Bravo! I don't care what other payment you've received. Not having to deal with her anymore is worth every septim. Couldn't agree more. Have you more orders for me? Sorry, journeyman. I've got no more work for you. Check with Sharnoga upstairs. Oh, good. So we've advanced enough. Fantastic. So we'll go ahead and check with Sharnoga. See what work she has for the Northern Crusader. Alright. Between videos, I did do some inventory management. I sold some things off, by the way. And I created these little practice spells that just kind of do a little bit of healing, right? So we can kind of practice our healing a little bit. Plus, sometimes we just get a little bruised up, and we just need to heal a little bit. So that'll be good for those moments.
Strength is a virtue, friend. Welcome.
You here for orders or advancement, journeyman? Or was there something else you wanted? Advancement? Fighters Guild recognizes you, Rayloff Iceblade. You are now Rayloff Iceblade, the swordsman. Nice. Orders? Ready, swordsman? I was clearing out some of our old contracts, and found one that predates even my career here. An influential family paid us a large amount of gold up front to retrieve the remains of their ancestor, Constantius, who was believed to have died centuries ago, somewhere in Morrowind. Constantius? We must find the remains of Constantius and also attempt to determine how he died. No one thus far has been successful, but if you can find anything from him, we might be able to solve this. Start by checking caves and tombs on the River Thyr. Aurelia Draconis saw Constantius' ghost in Dondrel, and he mentioned Manumnabi. Really? That's amazing! I knew that Velk thief was good for something. Manumnabi is a cave on the Thyr, almost directly south of here and northwest of Felm's Ithul. To think the truth was this close for so long! Okay. So we'll go check that out. So she said it's along the Thyr, which is probably somewhere over here-ish. Okay, yeah, Felm's Ithul. So we'll have to start making our way over that direction. Cool. Now, the question is, do I have scrolls for return trips? No. So I should probably try to get my hands on some scrolls of divine intervention before we head out. That would be wise, I believe. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's head out. Let's see here. I'm thinking Fighters Guild? Not Fighters Guild. Mages Guild is probably the best place to go. For some good old-fashioned divine intervention scrolls. So, we'll go do that. Then we will head south. Which, by the way, I'm thinking about that ancestral tomb. You know, those Ashlanders that ate the horse? I've been thinking about checking it out. Maybe, and seeing what loot there is to be retrieved in there. I might try to make a habit of checking out ancestral tombs with this character, honestly, because he's a crusader. He doesn't like the undead. And look, he doesn't understand Morrowind customs yet, so, you know, he'll do this guild free. Let's see here. I believe the enchanter person is downstairs. He ought to have some scrolls of divine intervention. just in case things get hairy.
No, that's not it.
I don't know you. I don't know. Fuck. Alright, you know what? I'm not doing it. Just let me look at your things. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. You don't have them. Well,
Speak
that's...
quickly.
Speak quickly. Something like that. Look, a voice actor I am not, okay? Hello. What have you got? Let's see here. Yay! Divine Intervention. Nice. Let's barter him down just a bit. Come on. There we go. Fantastic. Alright, got a couple extra ones. Good. Well then, as far as I'm concerned, we're good to go.
What is
How are we
this
doing on our
still
potions?
need?
We've got... We'll be okay. I think. I hope. We'll see. We will see. That whole orc thing ain't too far away from the cave that we're supposed to investigate, evidently. I don't know, maybe we will have to check it out. Regardless of my hesitation.
The Nine and the Empire, citizen.
Nice rainy day. I wish it were a rainy day here in real life, but it ain't. It's in the middle of summer in Southern California, which means it's hot as hell, and I honestly hate it. Hate it. I wish I lived somewhere cooler. Wish I lived in, like, fucking Oregon or something like that. But alas, I do not. I live in sunny Southern California. Woohoo. Alright, so we are traveling to Dondril. I will probably do a cut here. And I'll see you guys once I'm over there. Alright, we are at Dondril. Now, like I said, before we go look for that cave, I do want to check out that ancestral tomb that is near where we found the Ashlanders, who ate the horse known as Roz. So we're gonna go ahead and go do that. Within reason.
Make it quick, Nod.
It's quick, Nod. Sorry, I'm just repeating everything they say. It's just fun. Also, it gives me a chance to practice the voices. Some of the voices are tough. Like orc women, I have a hard time distinguishing from dark elf men, from dark elf males. And then, same thing for Argonians. I have a hard time getting their voice. It's kind of raspy, but it doesn't... Not in the same way that, like, Dark Elf voices are raspy. So I have a hard time kind of figuring out what it should sound like. Bye-bye, Quama Forager. Oh, should we eat its things? Can I get its things? I can. Ow. Getting my fatigue back before I start sprinting again. So I started another character. More of a thief type. And I invested in high speed. And high, oh, this is the mine that we visited before. Alright, so it's gotta be more this way. I invested in high speed right off the top, and oh my gosh, it makes such a huge difference. Holy shit. Now that I'm playing this character, I kind of miss it. I'm missing the high speed. For real. So we're gonna have to find a way to get our speed up at some point. Oh shit. It's coming after me. Is it a... Oh, it may have been a cliff racer, but... Oh, Nyx Hounds. Oh, there are two of them. Oh, shit. Two Nyx Hounds. Holy crap. Well, they're stuck. How unfortunate for them. There's the other one. There it is. There we go. Why can't I interact with it? Damn. Ow. Yay. About this one. Ow. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and check out this ancestral tomb for funsies. And then we'll go ahead and do the thing that we were assigned to do. We should probably be using our enchanted weapon. Just in case, right? Let's do a mid-game save here. There we go. Plus a quick save. Oh shit. Is not doing...
Arg.
Nice. Anything permanently damaged? Doesn't look like it. Oh shit, now I need my axe. Alright. There we go. Oh, there's another one. There we go. Nice. Bone Walker, I'll take that. Eat that. Disposing of the corpse. Nothing from the Ancestor Ghost. Dispose of corpse. Anything from you? Yeah. Oh, I should just eat it. Oh. Spooky. Ooh, ruby. Bloodstone. Gold. Not that good at unlocking things, so we'll skip over that. This, I don't feel as good about taking, because that's clearly an offering, so I'm going to skip over that. Alright, let's look in here. Ooh, trapped. No thanks. Let's do a little bit of healing. Ow. There we go. That's pretty good. Ooh, bone mold shield. Worth a bit of coin. Take that. Look, a history of Almalexia. Well, let's try the low level one, I guess. Why not? We're not gonna get it, are we? Yeah, okay, let's try the other one. We just waggle it enough, eventually we'll get... Hey, look at that. Ooh, it's poopy. Trapped, oh no! We're not gonna get it, are we? We're very much not gonna get it. Yup. Alright. Oh, we got it! Oh shit! Okay, let's see if we can... Yeah, I didn't think so. Fuck. Well, so ends that. Alright, well, I can't really do anything about that other door. I don't think so. What is it? Yeah, no, that lock was 30, that's 35. We're not going to be able to do anything about it unless I've got... No, I don't have a scroll. Alright, well, we got some things out of this. Alright, let's go ahead and now proceed towards looking for that cave. Let's review. I told Charnoga about the ghost... Hang on, I gotta do it in my Nord voice. I told Charnoga about the ghost Aurelia saw. Charnoga was very surprised and told me to start my search in Manum Nabi. It is a cave almost directly south of Old Ebonheart on the Thea River, northwest of Felms Ithul. Which Felms Ithul, just over this way, so northwest, be that away. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna have to take a bit of a swim. God damn. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, as we go along, perhaps we should eat some alchemy ingredients. By this very roundabout way of raising our alchemy skill, slowly but surely. Damn. Struck out. Well then, we should maybe locals can give us more, slightly more accurate directions or more specific directions once we get there. I am tempted, since we're gonna arrive over there, over at this, what's it called? Felmus Ithul. I wonder if we should just go south and look into that whole orc thing. Let's kind of poke our heads in and see how tough it is, really. Maybe it's not that bad, you know? Maybe it's not a full-ass Daedra shrine, but, I don't know. I just don't know.
Whatever you want.
Within reason.
What Outlander? Why?
I'm not disturbing you, I'm just walking. I'm walking you! Okay, technically I'm running. It feels... Alright, so this is probably Felm's Ithul, right? It's northwest. So it could either be across the way. Oh, God. Fucking slaves. Sucks. Absolutely horrible practice. Absolutely barbaric. And they call me a barbarian! What's your background? You're a farmer? No, you're a slave driver. Latest rumors? I heard that a group of scholars went to the Daedric ruin of, oh god, Masu, northwest of Vul. They've been sanctioned by both the Tribunal Temple and Induril Ilvi of Roadir. Usually, they only allow heavily armed ordinators into those ruins, and even then, only to kill any Daedra worshippers they find. Good to know? I'm definitely not interested in dealing with any kind of Daedric ruin right now, so... Thanks for the info, but I will do absolutely nothing about that. Let's run a little bit more. A little too slow for my taste. Alright. So it's on the river somewhere. It makes it sound like... Is that it? Is that the fucking... That might be the settlement. Yeah, that might be Felm's Ithul. So, I don't think we're anywhere near close to finding it. Alright, well there's a bridge over there. Let's get to the bridge. And it looks like wherever those orcs are, they're on the same strip of land as the settlement here. And just making it all the more tempting to give it a shot and see and poke our heads in. But I don't really know if we're ready for that. If it's a full-on like Daedra shrines are no joke. They're tough. They are tough business. So it may be dangerous for a little... It may be beyond a lowly third-level character. Alright. Yeah, this looks like the main farmhouse type dealio. So we said northwest, so we should keep going in this direction. We got a soldier here. I wonder if the soldier can give us directions, say something more specific about where it is. No, it doesn't look like it.
Spit it out or hit the road.
Jesus Christ, I'm not doing anything. as I have said repeatedly, I'm walking here. Oh god, is this a slave pen or something? Is that what we're coming up on right now? Why is this like this? Oh, it's a Velk pen. Okay, I got really concerned for a second there. Huh, that's a lot of Velk. Holy shit. Look, Outlander. I really can't be spending time in meaningless conversation. We have an errant Velk, so if you have any questions, please bother someone else. Errant Velk? If I liked you better, then I might tell you. Do I want to spend time bribing him? How about now? It's true. We're short of Velk. A slave attempted an escape at an inopportune time. He didn't make it very far, but the Velk did. There is no punishment to give a slave that can outweigh the loss of a Velk. I did my best on that count. If you find it, bring it back here. Oh, do I want to help slavers? No, I don't want to help slavers. Fuck you. Sorry, not happening. Not gonna help a slave driver. Alright, so then. Where would it be? See an outcropping of rocks here. Maybe it's over here? You never know, right? Oh, this feels promising. If I can just get over this rock. Hey! Hey! My intuition paid off. Alright, let's rest up for a little bit. Alright. Let's do a save. Okay. Oh. Corpse. Bone meal. We could eat it. Ow. Ooh, Hackalow. It's actually really good for making restore fatigue. So I'm probably gonna hang on to those. Bunch of pants. Ooh, Nick's Hound. There we go. Probably should have hung on to the Nick's Hound meat that I found before, but that's okay. Another corpse. Bone meal. Do a quick save. Another Nick's Hound. That's a big Nick's Hound. Holy shit. That is a really big Nick's Hound. Oh. Oh shit, another one. Oh, I failed. Oh my god, it's huge. Oh my god, it's got a lot of health. It's got a lot of health. Alright. Go ahead and put this on. It's so big. I'm really lucky I saw it attacking me because I am scared. Let's take a Store Magicka. Die! has broken free of its spawns! Woo! Oh my god. It was huge! It scared the shit out of me. Let's collect its hound meat. What's this? Bent probe. What do I want that for? Those are corpse. I should be in the habit of doing that. Those are corpse. Try to head up this way, see what's over here before we explore that away. Let's do a quick little heal. There we go. Hopefully we don't encounter any other huge Nyx Hounds. Nothing interesting on you. Oh god, is it another huge Nyx Hound? I think this is a normal sized one. Hey, we blocked a hit. Nice. Take that. Goes to the corpse. Okay, what do we got here? Mara's Tear. How long is this? A little lengthy. We'll take it to read later. Anything interesting in these crates? Oh, wow. Bunch of steel shit. What have I got right now? Got my Imperial Chain Greaves. Steelright Gauntlet. Steelright Pauldron. How do the steel... No, there are no steel greaves here. There are the boots, but not the steel greaves. Wow. Nearly full set of steel. That's pretty good. That's a good find for, you know, depending on where you are at with your own equipment, right? That's a pretty darn good find. Steelright Pauldron. Yeah. That's a pretty good find depending on where you're at with your own armor. And of course, depending on, like, your armor preference. Goya, that's worth a bit of money. Ooh, Scuttle. Fetch leather. Do I have anything that... No, it doesn't look like it. I'll just eat it. This too. Alright, these I could do without. Don't really care too much. Alright, let's continue our search. I know I'm getting very distracted. Alright, I wonder what's over in this cavern. Ooh, I can't even get up. Oh, maybe if I go this way. Oh, come on. Oh, shit. Oh, no! Look at that. Didn't even hit us once. Okay. Going on down here. Got some water over here. Flooded section of the cave system. Very flooded. Waist deep in it. Anything interesting under the surface? Let's go around the other way. It wouldn't seem so at first glance. Swim a little faster. Any waterfall treasure? No. I've been betrayed. Alright, so nothing particularly interesting over here. Alright, let's go to the middle cavern now. Ready our weapon just in case. Oh, we should really have our helmet on, huh? Running around in a dangerous area without a helmet on is stupid. Foolish, even. Alright, let's go back to walking. Do a quick save here because I'm nervous. I hope there's not another one of those huge-ass Hounds. This is a pretty cool cave system, actually. The modders did a great job. Honestly, overall, the dungeons in Tamriel Rebuilt, by my estimations, are pretty darn good. Definitely an improvement over baseline Morrowind's dungeons. And to be fair, baseline Morrowind did have some pretty darn good dungeons. But a lot of dungeons in vanilla Morrowind are very like short jaunts. You know, they're not nearly as sprawling as many dungeons in, say, Skyrim. There are some exceptions to that rule. But for the most part, the dungeons in Morrowind are pretty quick affairs. Oh god. Making me very nervous. Can't seem to get a good... There we go. Alright. Oof. Oh, this is precarious. I should quick save just in case I fall to my death. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. We climbed up it. Oh wow, look at that. More stuff. I'll take our travel lantern. Mazde. Interesting over here. Okay. What do we got here? Grief? Sure. Free estates wine. Fortify willpower. Burden. Interesting. I'll take it. Why not? Chest full of nothing. Crate full of trash weapons. Yeah, alright. What's this note say? Torn journal page. Sundus. 3 days have passed since we lost track of the wretched mage Aramak. The trail has grown cold, but we shall not let this setback dampen our spirits. We have taken respite in this cave after my faithful companion Lenwyn Barotar spotted it from the shore. Many Hounds were slain. No longer shall they terrorize the farmers in this area. Well, so much for that. After settling down for the night, a figure approached our camp. It was a kindly pilgrim en route to Necrom. They had lost control of both arms in a childhood accident and asked for the company on their journey. I was more than happy to oblige. Also, I think the binding on these pages is failing. I knew I should have paid the extra few seconds for quality glue. Their next location is too smudged to read. I found a scrap of a journal paper in Manu Nabi that appears to be from Constantius. It mentions how he and his companion Lenwyn Barotar stayed the night in a cave and were joined by a stranger on their journey east. Their next location was too smudged to read. Okay, but we know they were going east. So that's something. Uh-oh. Ugh. So the question is, do we return to the guild hall and see if what was her name? If Sharnoga can make it out? Or do we just kind of press on our own? I think the smart thing to do all that. I think the smart thing to do would be to return to the guild hall and get Sharnoga's input. Do I want to use a scroll for this? Or do I want to just make my way back there? Let's look at the world map. I mean, it's not too far away. In my opinion, it's not really worth using a scroll. So what I think I'll do is I'll walk over there. I'll make my way back there. And I'll just do a cut, and I'll see you guys when I get over there. That way I'm sparing you the journey. Oh yeah, let's dispose of this corpse. Did I pick through this barrel? I either did, or there was nothing in there. One of the two. So, yeah. Ooh, Nord meat. Well, gotta take that. How would I get up there? Oh. Come on. Come on. Come on. I want the chest. I'm vibrating with excitement for the chest. Ah, fuck it. Oh well, whatever. Anyway, so much for that. Alright, I'll do a cut here, and I'll see you guys once I'm back in Old Ebonheart. Alright. Made it back to Old Ebonheart. So, we're gonna go ahead and talk
Here
to
to see the
Sharnuga? Sharnoga. We're gonna talk to Sharnoga.
What's this about?
Let her know what we found, sorta kinda. Maybe she'll have another lead for us. But maybe not. We'll see. Give it a shot. While we're here, we're also gonna sell some things, because we got loot from the cave, as well as from the ancestral tomb. And what we might actually do while we're here is a little bit of alchemy. See if we can mix up some restore fatigue potions. Oh, and it's raining again.
Go ahead.
Well, it's nice while it lasted, huh? Alright, let's hurry inside. So as to not be caught in the rain over long.
Go ahead.
Alright, in we go. Okay. Well, since we're already down here, let's go ahead and
The thieving swine.
try and mix up some potions. So then, let's go ahead and do this and this. Hey, we made something nice. And we don't really have anything else we can mix together. Very unfortunate, but that's okay. Alright. Cut them down. There we go. Yeah. That's right. Alright. Sharnoga.
So careless, these creatures.
The note mentions Lenwyn, but Imperator? That was Constantius's companion, in the stories I've read at least. If that scrap is legitimate, then it was written by Constantius himself. I'm not sure who the stranger they mention is, and I can't read their next location either. Still, did great work. Let me know if you're ready for your next task. I'm sure you'll never guess what it is. Being sarcastic, or is she being serious? But sure. We should continue searching for the remains of Constantius. Okay. What about advancement? Yeah, nothing. Alright. Okay. The next task is to follow up on that journal page. Head up to the Imperial Library in the Ebon Tower and see if they can read that smudged location. I told them about the progress you've made, and they've agreed to help. Hopefully, they can point you to Constantius. Okay, sure. We can go do that. Why the hell not? You know what? It'll give us an opportunity to go ahead and sell off some of the things that we found on our journey. We got an odd collection, an odd assortment of things to sell. What is your deal, by the way? Gather round, magical wares for sale of excellent quality, might I add, or I'm my uncle's monkey. You have a amulet. Oh wow, you've got quite a few spells, huh? Holy shit. Wow. Frost shield. So that's useful for me. Wow. Yeah. Holy crap. We got a lot of stuff. Frostbolt. That's tempting to get. I will not lie. So is Frost Storm. Wow. Wow. Steel Eater. Huh. Disintegrate weapon. All interesting. Not at the moment, though.
Time to talk? I have a few minutes.
Let's check out a general trader.
What do you need?
It's general trader. Anjizara. Okay, hang on. Anjira's rare goods. Alright, we'll check that out. Ah. Oh my gosh. Whew, that was weird. Oh, Colovian for Curus.
Here to see
She's
the
got a
castle.
Something.
got a wide assortment of things, huh? Oh wow, Red Gord Steel Axe Sword. Oh, that's interesting. Holy shit.
There's much to learn.
Wow. Steel Katana, Imperial Dagger, Imperial Dragon Scale Cuirass. I love the Dragon Scale Cuirass. I think that it looks so badass. Is this the fucking Shredder helmet? Is that the fucking Shredder's helmet? What the fuck? Imperial Silver Cuirass? Ooh. We want to earn the right to wear that, honestly. Welcome to Anjira's shop, citizen. Anjira has many imported rarities from other provinces for sale. Goods you won't find anywhere else in Morrowind. Expensive maybe, but worth every septim. Ours is the largest imperial port in Morrowind, with its inhabitants being mostly settlers, traders, or diplomats from Cyrodiil and other provinces. So, naturally, there is both a great supply as well as demand for goods from every corner of the Empire. Wines all the way from Hierarch and Colovia, weapons and armor from Hammerfell and Heartland Cyrodiil, loads and jewels from Skyrim, Nibene, and the Khajiit kingdoms. Indeed, goods that are everyday items elsewhere may seem like treasures in these lands. Oh. Ha! So she's literally selling things that are kind of normal elsewhere and just jacking up the prices because it's here in Morrowind. Interesting. Alright, well, good for her, I guess. Sell the ruby. Sell that. Sell the ash salts. What else can we sell? Well, I still need to read it, and we'll sell that. So, oh yeah, we'll sell the Goya too, why not? Cool. Not a ton of money. You know what, let's get rid of the Free Estate Swine too. Alright. It's not a ton of money, but hey, it's something. And I think that brought us up to a little over 1,000. Hell yeah. Nice. Okay. Well then, let's go ahead and make our way over to the Ebon Tower.
Have a look around.
We gotta go to the library, eh? Alright, we'll check out the library. See what we can do here. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Oh, you know what I really need to do? I need to get some repair hammers and repair up my shit, probably, huh? Yeah, it's probably long. My gear is probably long overdue for a good repairing. So maybe that's something we'll look into very soon. Alright. Great Hall. Library. Here we go. Okay. So, whom should I speak
Keep moving.
with? Maybe this person?
Now, where did I put that?
I don't know you. What do you want? I need you. No, never mind. Oh, Constantius. Capia Hegetaria is our resident scholar on Imperials in Morrowind and on Constantius by extension. Perhaps she knows. Capia Hegetaria.
You want
Capia
something, friend?
Hegetaria. Maybe her? Capia
Here to see the
Hegetaria.
castle?
I'm in the castle. Who are you? You look important.
Keep moving.
Oh, you're not important. Never mind. Alright. Capia Hegetaria. I don't know you. What do you want? I need help finding this Constantius fellow's corpse. You must be the one Sharnoga was talking about. I heard you found something written by Constantius. I'd love to see it. Let's see. Based on the width of his lettering and the average spacing between letters, while tracing his estimated route through known areas existing in his lifetime, I'd say he was headed to, oh god, Teknilashashulpi. It's a Daedric shrine east of here in the Sundered Scar. Big Daedric shrine. Lots of angry cultists. Good luck! Thanks! How do I get there? It's a large Daedric shrine in the Sundered Scar. It's hard to miss. Follow the road east from Dondril until you enter the Scar. Once you pass over the mountain range that divides it from Antherin, turn to the north. The shrine should be close enough. Oh boy. Do we really want to go do that right now? A Daedric shrine honestly sounds a little bit beyond us at this time. Didn't even put a marker on our map. It's just kind of generally over here in this direction somewhere. God damn. I'll tell you what I do want to do though. I'll tell you what.
What was that about?
I do want... I might very well put this off for a bit. What I'm thinking... Oh yeah, let's check out the Imperial Legion headquarters. Maybe we can get a repair hammer in here. Requisition some goods.
Hello, citizen.
Hello. I don't know what your job is, so I'm not gonna bother you. Power. Smithy. Hey.
What day is
Nice.
today?
It's time for you to give. It's the day where you will give me a repair hammer.
Let's hear it.
A repair hammer. Hammers, axes, swords, or daggers. Tell me, Rayloff Iceblade, what do you need? I'm at your service. I'm not gonna try to do a Red Guard voice. I'm not even gonna attempt it. Let's go ahead and get some repair hammers. Oh, he's got some good shit. Got some good shit, man. You know, maybe we're due for an upgrade. Maybe we are due for an upgrade. Let's get a Journeyman's repair hammer. I don't want to barter him down since we're in the Legion together. Okay. Let's get another one. Great. We'll just hang on to this. Well, actually, you know what? Let's sell it back to him. Okay. Now then. Imperial Steel Helmet. Versus chain cloth, coif. Get that. We'll get this and that. These are a little bit too expensive, and I really want to earn these, like the silver stuff. You know what I mean? I don't want the steel greaves. Fuck it, let's do it. Full plate and peckin' steel. Yeah. Bullshit. Bullshit. Hell yes. Hell yes. Now we're looking like a proper Legionnaire. Oof, don't like that our skin is popping through there. We need a different shirt. Am I wearing a shirt underneath right now? I am. It's just a it's a short-sleeved shirt. Well, we can't have that, can we? Cannot have that. Alright, so let's sell off the stuff that we no longer need. We'll do something about the shirt in a second. Alright, let's go ahead and barter him. Let's barter him. Come on. You know you love me, man. There we go.
That was the strangest.
These are cool.
So
Imperial
I said,
Longsword. These are awesome.
Where's the money in that?
These look really cool, honestly. How does it compare to my Nordic? My Nordic is just all
That's
around the
one ugly
best.
outfit.
It's a... Shut the fuck up. It's just all around great. Who's this guy? Training? I have some time available for training. Bows and crossbows are my specialty, but I can also teach you the finer points of spear and shield. Interesting. I don't want to do any training right now, but that's interesting. Good to know. What's going on over here? Are you also a trainer? Yeah, she is. Do you need training, Trooper? I can improve your technique with long blades and blunt weapons or show you how to properly use heavy armor. Nice. Super cool. Alright, well now we know where to go if we ever need some more training. Right now, don't have a ton of money. We're gonna hold off on that. What we will do is see about getting a shirt that covers our
Keep
arms. We don't need a fancy shirt, just any shirt will do, really. But I don't like the idea of our arms poking out, of our skin poking out like that. Just don't like it. Don't like the look of it at all. See, even he's got it going on. My god. What is with the Legion and not covering up their arms? It's a disaster waiting to happen. So, as far as what we're doing next, I'm a little nervous about heading over to a Daedric Shrine right at this moment. So, I'm thinking of putting off the Fighters Guild stuff for a while. Here's what I'm thinking. We'll check out that whole orc thing, which just also sounds like Hadrum Nabibi. It could be one of two things, right? Hadrum Nabibi could be a, well, hang on. What did he... Let's look it up. What does it say exactly? Hadrum Nabibi. It's just a pile of Malakat's old stones. Yeah, it's cultists. Yeah. Yeah, that's... I think that's also a Daedric Shrine. Which I don't think we're really ready to deal with a Daedric Shrine right at this moment. So, that's something I'm gonna put off, honestly.
Don't stand
I'm not
about.
busy.
Get moving.
So what I'm thinking is, we are at a pretty good point level-wise, I think. I think that we're ready to progress the main quest a little bit. So what we might do, what kind of clothes do they sell? Is it really fancy stuff? I think this is really fancy stuff, right? Yeah, I don't know if I really want fancy stuff. You have like just a regular-ass shirt that I can wear. Maybe a common shirt could do. Common shirts are cheap, so it isn't really hard to just buy one. How does it look underneath? Okay, it at least covers my arms. That works. Fantastic. So what I'm thinking of... Here's what I'm thinking. Maybe we go back to the mainland and progress the main quest a little bit. And then... Because I think we're just about ready to do some main quest stuff. I think level 3 is about when you can start and on the... kind of like the next phase of the main quest. And then what we'll do is we'll return here to the mainland and continue with our Legion stuff over at Fort Ancilis. I think that is a brilliant-ass idea, to be quite honest. You know what? I'm not quite ready to stop playing yet, though, so let's check out some of the weapons shops. I doubt, though, that we'll find anything better than our Nordic longsword that we can afford. But hey, you know, it doesn't hurt to check. What have you got? What have you got? Yeah, that silver greatsword. I think that's the one that, I think the silver greatsword is the one that... Yeah, it's the one with the doohickeys.
Stranger, my time is short, so
that I just
get
can't
on
remember the
with it.
name of. For whatever fucking reason. Yeah, that's really cool. I really want it. Oh wow, silver longsword does a little bit more damage in terms of slashing than my current weapon, and it'd be good against the undead. There's that. It's got that going for it. That is nice. Shit. Tempted to buy it, but I'm kind of getting up there with my carry weight, truth be told. So you know what? Maybe we won't buy anything. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Let's head back to the mainland. Not mainland. We're on the mainland right now. Let's head back to Vardenfell. We'll talk to Caius. Get our next set of orders. And then we'll go ahead in the next episode and deal with actual main quest business. We will be ending with some reading today, because Caius will have some reading for us to do, I believe. So that'll be a good place to end things. Won't Caius be pleased to see us and decked out in legionary gear?
Close to the fire.
Oh, you got that right, Brother Nord. I love dancing close to the
Benign
fire.
and the Empire, citizen.
Yes, for the Emperor and all that. Alright. Hello, Ata the spear. Why swim when you can sail? Ha! What's your destination? Take me back to Vardenfell.
Speak, traveler.
And we'll take the Silt Strider over to Balmora. Alrighty then. Hello, sir. I need you to take me to Balmora. Thank you very much.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
Careful, man. You're standing on the edge there. You might fall off. Just a friendly warning. Okay. Oh, wasn't there something else we could do while we're here? A play in the Meadows of Malakath. Wow, that's what it's called? A play in the Meadows of Malakath. A play. This, Larius Varro tells a little story. I was told that the Legion champion, Larius Varro, over at Fort Moonmouth, has sworn an oath to stop corruption, but the syndicates have got their people protected. To fulfill his oath, it seems like Varro may have to work outside the system. We may check in with him while we're here. I almost forgot about that quest. It's a pretty fun quest. I won't spoil how it ends, but it's... it feels like it's right up Rayloff's alley, you know? It feels like it's right up his alley, so we'll look into that for sure while we're back here on Vardenfell. Okay, it is kind of nice to be back in Balmora. I do have a fondness for Balmora. I think most Morrowind players have a fondness for it. Like the first proper city that you get into. Alright, I'm back. Had to answer a quick call.
I'm waiting.
Alright, let's go ahead and do a quick jog over to Caius here. Okie dokie. Hey, Caius. Are you here to discuss your orders, Rayloff Iceblade, or is there something else you want? Ready for orders? Good. Go talk to Hasfant and Tabulus at the Balmora Fighters Guild. Ask him what he knows about the Nerevarine secret cult and the Sixth House secret cult. You'll have to do him a favor first. Probably an ugly favor, but do it. Then, get the information from Antabulus and report back to me. By the way, Hasfat is a student of Morrowind history. Take the chance to get a little education. And I have a few history books in here. Help yourself. You're welcome to them. No point in being a part of history if you're too ignorant to understand it. Tell me about Hasfat. He's drill master of the Balmora Fighters Guild. He's lived in Morrowind all his life, knows the natives, and talks a lot with backcountry mercenaries. He thinks of himself as a scholar, and he's particularly interested in Dwemer ruins and artifacts. What was this about the Nerevarine secret cult? Some Dunmer believe that an orphan and outcast, a youth born on a certain day to uncertain parents, will one day unite all the tribes of the Dunmer, drive out the invaders of Morrowind, and re-establish the ancient laws and customs of the Dark Elven nations. They call this orphan and outcast the Nerevarine, and say the Nerevarine will be a reincarnation of the long-dead Dunmer general and first counselor, Lord Indoril Nerevar. Sixth House secret cult? A trusted informant says there's a secret cult associated with some strange events recently, and, More important, my informant thinks these recent disturbances are related in some way to the Nerevarine prophecies. Is this informant the Emperor? Aziriel Septim VII is known for having strange-ass dreams. Maybe. The illiterate Ashlanders passed down their customs and history in the form of poetic verses. Among the things they preserve in verse are the dreams and prophetic visions of their wise women. In particular, the verses that foretell the coming of the Nerevarine. But I don't know much about it. That's why I'm sending you to find out. Okay? He says something about Ashlanders. I don't know much about the Ashlanders. Most people say they are murderous savages. Well, they do eat horses, so make of that what you will. But most people are idiots. I know they hate their settled Dunmer cousins almost as much as they hate Westerners. It must be tough to live in the Ashlands. I don't think Outlanders can become members of the tribes. I don't know why anyone would want to. Morrowind history. Jeanette Sitte's little book is a great place to start. I have a copy here. Take it. You might also look for On Morrowind, the Imperial Province, by, Aramonwe of Sunhold. Alright, well, let's take a look at a short history of Morrowind to close things out for today. Give ourselves a little historical education. Short history of Morrowind. By Jeanette Sitte. This is from the introduction. Led by the legendary prophet Veloth, the ancestors of the Dunmer, exiles from Ultimate cultures in present-day Somerset Isle, came to the region of Morrowind. In earliest times, the Dunmer were harassed or dominated by Nord Sea raiders. Hey, that's us! When the scattered Dunmer tribes consolidated into the predecessors of the modern Great House clans, they threw out the Nord oppressors and successfully resisted further incursions. The ancient ancestor worship of the tribes was in time superseded by the monolithic tribunal temple theocracy, and the Dunmer grew into a great nation called Resdain. Resdain was the last of the provinces to submit to Tiber Septim. Like Blackmarsh, it was never successfully invaded, and was peacefully incorporated by treaty into the Empire, as the province of Morrowind. Almost 4 centuries after the coming of the Imperial Legions, Morrowind is still occupied by Imperial Legions, with a figurehead Imperial King, though the Empire has reserved most functions of the traditional local government to the ruling councils of the 5 great houses on Vardenfell district. In 3rd Era 414, Vardenfell territory, previously a temple preserve under Imperial protection, was reorganized as an Imperial provincial district. Vardenfell had been maintained as a preserve administrated by the temple since the Treaty of the Armistice, and except for a few Great House settlements sanctioned by the temple, Vardenfell was previously uninhabited and undeveloped. But when the centuries-old temple ban on trade and settlement of Vardenfell was revoked by King of Morrowind, a flood of Imperial colonists in Great House Dunmer came to Vardenfell, expanding old settlements and building new ones. Remember also that the King of Morrowind is technically an Imperial figurehead. So, in other words, what he did here kind of serves, he did this to serve Imperial interests. Got to keep that in mind. As you can see, a flood of Imperial colonists came to Vardenfell. Also Great House Dunmer, too. But obviously, this was, since he's an Imperial figurehead, the Imperial interests were probably in mind when he did this. The new district was divided into Redoran, Hlaalu, Telvanni, and Temple districts, each separately administered by local house councils or temple priesthoods, and all under the advice and consent of Duke Dren and the district council in Ebonheart. Local law became a mixture of house law and imperial law in house districts, jointly enforced by house guards and legion guards, with temple law and imperial law enforced in the temple district by ordinators. The temple was still recognized as the majority religion, but worship of the 9 divines was protected by the legions and encouraged by imperial cult missions. The temple district included the city of Vivek, the fortress of Ghostgate, and all sacred and profane sites, including those blighted areas inside the Ghost Fence, and all unsettled and wilderness areas on Vardenfell. In practice, this district included all parts of Vardenfell not claimed for Redoran, Hlaalu, or Telvanni districts. The temple stubbornly fought all development in their district, and were largely successful. It's okay. Actually, I just thought of something. It said that prior to, let's see here. I want to backtrack a little bit. Vardenfell. Maintained as preserve. Was previously uninhabited and undeveloped. That completely erases the presence of the Ashlanders, right? The Ashlanders presumably did not move here when it, presumably the Ashlanders had been on Vardenfell for a long time. So to say that, no one was here except for some Great House settlements sanctioned by the temple just completely erases their history here, their presence. Which, yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot of hostility between the temple, between the House Dunmer and the Ashlanders, so that's not really a surprise. But I only just now picked up on that. That's fucked up. And honestly, feels really familiar. Because, like, that was the mindset that Europeans coming to America had as well, right? They thought of the land as being uninhabited and undeveloped. They didn't even count the Native Americans, right? Just because they weren't, like, building towns and all that stuff, which I don't know. I should be careful of what I say. But the point is that because they assume that because the Native Americans didn't develop things the same way that Europeans did, that means it's uninhabited. The land is being unused. Therefore, we can just take it and drive out the natives. So, yeah, this whole colonialism thing is a big theme in Morrowind. It's gonna come up more than once here. House Lalu, in combination with Imperial colonists, embarked on a vigorous campaign of settlement and development. In the decades after reorganization, Balmora and the Ascadian Isles regions have grown steadily. Caldera and Pelagiad are completely new settlements, and all Legion forts were expanded to accommodate larger garrisons. House Telvanni, normally conservative and isolationist, has been surprisingly aggressive in expanding beyond their traditional tower villages. Disregarding the protests of the other houses, the Temple, the Duke, and the District Council, Telvanni pioneers have been encroaching on the wildlands reserved to the Temple. The Telvanni Council officially disavows responsibility for those rogue Telvanni settlements, but it is an open secret that they are encouraged and supported by ambitious Telvanni mage lords. Telvanni just being libertarians, just not acknowledging the authority of of the government. This doesn't fucking surprise me. Under pressure from the Temple, conservative House Redoran has steadfastly resisted expansion in their district. As a result, House Redoran and the Temple are in danger of being politically and economically marginalized by the more aggressive and expansionist Hlaalu and Telvanni interests. The Imperial administration faces many challenges in the Vardenfell district, but the most serious are the Great House rivalries, animosity from the Ashlander nomads, internal conflicts within the Temple itself, and the Red Mountain Blight. Struggles between Great House, Temple, and Imperial interests to control Vardenfell's resource could at any time erupt into full-scale war. Ashlander raid settlements, Ashlanders raid settlements, plunder caravans, and kill foreigners on their wild lands. The Temple has unsuccessfully attempted to silence criticism and calls for reform within its ranks. See here, and this kind of goes back to what I was mentioning earlier, which is the only time that they acknowledge Ashlanders is when it suits the narrative that the Ashlanders are savages, right? That's what they're mentioned when it kind of suits the narrative here. It doesn't mention, how they have been on Vardenfell this whole time, right? It just pushes them to the side until it's convenient to bring them up. And at that point, the time when it's convenient to bring them up is when they want to demonize them. So, just something to keep in mind. This book was written with a very particular perspective here. But most serious are the plagues and disease hosts produced by the blight storm sweeping out from Red Mountain. Vardenfell and all Morrowind have long been menaced by the legendary evils of Dagoth-Ur and his ash vampire kin dwelling beneath Red Mountain. For centuries, the Temple has contained this threat within the Ghost Fence, but recently the Temple's resources and will have faltered, and the threat from Red Mountain has grown in scale and intensity. If the Ghost Fence should fail, and hosts of blighted monsters were to spill out across Vardenfell's towns and villages, the Empire might have no choice but to evacuate Vardenfell district and abandon it to disease and corruption. Yeah, keep this last paragraph in mind. It's going to be important for the rest of the game. Anyway, I think that's enough of that. That is going to do it for the day. We've been playing long enough. So that's some good information for us to chew on, to think about between now and the next episode, right? Kind of sets the stage for the rest of the game. But yeah, really, really good stuff. So in the next episode, we will continue on with the main quest, and maybe do another side quest while we're here on Vardenfell. See about see about some corruption in Balmora here. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Till the next episode, I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.